Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Welcome to the 505, Albuquerque, New Mexico, a big fight city with big personality. The site of Knucklemania 3 and 23, now an incredible stop on the road to Knucklemania 4. And the preview begins now as we have three big fights in store for you, not to mention one of them is a heavyweight showdown between Michael Fernier and Manuel Otero. In our co-main event tonight, it took Albuquerque's Donald Sanchez just 35 seconds to finish opponent last time out. But his opponent, Dallas Davison, is coming down from Big Sky Country with one thing on his mind, leaving New Mexico with a career-defining W. Flyweight champion John Dodson has been flawless since entering BKFC, 3 up, 3 down, impervious to all of his opponents. Challenger Dagoberto Aguero, with his tremendous boxing credentials and decisive win in his debut, is ready to shock the bare knuckle world and leave champion. And welcome to Tingley Coliseum. Once again, here we are, BKFC, with a big stop on the road to Knucklemania 4. This is BKFC 59, Dodson versus Aguero. I am Cyrus Fees, and we have a great night tonight. We have great new talent that you're gonna see tonight, as well as a world title fight in our main event. A lot to be excited about, and we are on the heels of an incredible event in Sofia, Bulgaria just 1 week ago. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from Sofia. Kicking it off with Emil Enchev with a big KO over Zempilos. This is very quick. Round number 1, Bulgaria getting it done. Emil Enchev kicking things off on BKFC 58. Then it was Chechny's own, based out of Austria, Ruslan Taktarov, getting the decision over Dimitrov here and just landing all of his shots. Big 5-round fight, Taktarov getting it done. How about Germany versus Germany? Nicole Schaefer gets Daniela Graf. Look at this nasty finish. Big TKO over her fellow countrywoman, Nicole Schaefer, getting it done. Bulgaria, Ilian Adrianov against Toman Vostela, and look at that finish. Big time knockout. Minute 36 in round 1. That's how you make a name for yourself. They call him Standy Tabakov, straight out of Bulgaria, and look at this knockout. Right on the money. One of the best cards we've had in a very, very long time. Standy Tabakov getting it done. And this guy, I was excited about this. Vaso Bakovic, such a special fighter in his MMA career, and he has transitioned beautifully to bare knuckle fighting. Big decision win in the co-main. And then Tony Markalev. How about this main event that could be a fight of the year candidate? Markalev gets the win over Kolev. As you can see, they left it all in the ring, a bloodbath. Markalev taking home the win. BKFC 58 there in Bulgaria, another great event in Sofia. Of course, you saw that on our app. You saw that on Fubo TV. Well, listen, next week, April 6th, 3 title fights. BKFC 60, Milton Keynes, one a night. It's going to be Louis Tenaglia, Christian Round, and so much more. Certainly something you don't want to miss. A lot of great international work here. Now let's bring it down. Ringside for the first time tonight, Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle coming back to the Bulgaria card just last week, guys. What a difference one event makes. They really put up some great performances.
Cyrus, that's our second time in Sofia, Bulgaria, and that is truly one of the best events in bare knuckle fighting championship history. Chris, in those 12 bouts, we saw fighters from 13 different nations, ranging from Bulgaria to Egypt to Azerbaijan.
Sean, it just shows the growth and the expansion of our sport right there. Everybody is loving it. Those guys put on an amazing show because they showed a lot of skill, but more importantly, a lot of will. I had 3 different fights where people got knocked down, got up off the canvas to win. That means they really won it, and they won it in that region, and they're showing it because they're putting on great fights.
Circle back to that main event tonight here at BKFC 59. I'm going to go to you on this one, Chris, because I think a lot of folks are kind of writing off Aguero here just because you look at the experience that Dodson has, 3-0 inside the squared circle. You know what his MMA background is, but Aguero is an incredible boxer. For the people that are counting him out, how can the Dominican boxer get a championship tonight?
they must have not watched the same Aguero that I saw, because what I saw was very impressive. The way he controlled the range, the distance, he backed out just enough, got into his range, landed hard counter punches against a guy like Dodson. Dodson's going to come forward and put on pressure, lunge in. If he can avoid, circle, and land that counter right hand, it could be a tough night for Dodson.
No doubt, and if you want to make a little bit of money tonight, there's some good odds there on your side for Aguero. If you want to put that money down, make it happen. Scan the QR code or go to bet.bkfc.com and use your choice of sportsbook to wager your money on tonight's fights. BKFC 59. Hit the QR code, bet.bkfc.com. Let's take a look at the rules of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. All fights scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. Fights are scored by 3 judges on a 10-point must system. Hand wraps must be at least 1 inch below the bare knuckles. Punching in the clinch is allowed and encouraged. No 3 knockdown rule. No being saved by the bell in any round. No kicks, knees, elbows, takedowns, or submissions. And now let's go to your first Tell the Tape, brought to you by Bucked Up.
We open tonight in the flyweight division. Austin Lewis versus Joshua Richie.
And Sean, you can see here, Austin Lewis does have a 2-inch height disadvantage. However, 2-inch reach advantage, which I feel is more important. He's going to want to utilize that, make Richie pay every time he tries to get close.
This is fight number 4 in BKFC for the Kansan Joshua Richie. He's also had 6 MMA bouts, 2 in amateur boxing, 2 in amateur kickboxing. Richie told us in our fighter meeting, I want to be extremely active with my jab. I want to throw in a very high volume.
He really wants to focus on a lot of head movement, body shots. That's the main thing you talk about, that left hand of the body. He's watched, he understands when you hit somebody in the body here, it does so much damage. He's going to really focus on that tonight.
Richie also told us on the inside, I'm going to keep throwing with both hands. I feel that I can break down the body of my opponent, Austin Lewis, and I feel that I have a cardio advantage over Austin Lewis.
Well, he also feels like he can start faster. He wants to start really fast, come after his opponent, or put on smart pressure, and be patient all at the same time.
Fighting here in his home state, New Mexico, Austin Lewis, set for bout number 2 in BKFC. Lewis has had 1 pro boxing bout, 11 in MMA, 9 in amateur boxing, 4 in amateur Muay Thai. Lewis told us in our fighter meeting, I want to use a very tight guard, I want to implement constant lateral movement, and I want to throw combinations to create openings.
A lot of what you said there, Sean, he said one thing he learned in his last fight, he has to have better defense, and by doing so, he cannot back up. You have to get off first, you have to make sure you're putting the pressure on your opponent.
Lewis, it will give him quote of the week for our BKFC fighters on this card. He said, I don't just want to be a dog in this fight, I want to be a technical dog in this fight.
I love it. He said the thing he's got to worry about from his opponent, wild punches. So he's got to see those wild punches coming, get out of the way, counter immediately. That's one of his keys. He's got to counter his opponent's mistakes.
Lewis said of my opponent, Joshua Richie, he definitely throws fast 1-2s, but then he doesn't reset his hands. I have to come forward when he throws. I cannot be forced backwards by Joshua Richie.
No single punches, combos the entire time. Stay in your opponent's face. That's what he feels like reaching the victory.
To get our evening started from here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and we welcome you one and all to the Tingley Coliseum here in the heart of the 505 Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we welcome you to BKFC 59. BKFC for review begins tonight with 5 2-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears blue and gold trimmed in white. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 124.8 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle ready for bare knuckle fight number 4. Fighting out of Wichita, Kansas, here is Joshua the Kid Richie. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears teal and black. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 124.8 pounds. Tonight he steps into the squared circle, ready for bare knuckle fight number 2. Fighting out of Moriarty, New Mexico, here is Austin, the Animal Lewis. And our referee in charge of the action, Sid Ware.
Joshua Richie said, I want a fast start to the inside, but not a reckless start.
Are you ready?
Both fighters up to scratch. Round number 1. Teal and black trunks for Austin Lewis. Blue, white, and gold trunks for Joshua Richie. Richie on the outside on the jab counter right hand from Austin Lewis.
Really impressed with how relaxed Lewis looks right now. Just really in control at this point.
Long jab from Lewis, feint on the jab. Jab to the body from Austin Lewis, that was clever. Little jab from Richie. Lewis, rear right hand to the body. All stands for Joshua Richie. Lewis circling out. Both fighters in the center circle. 1-1-2 not there, but it did back Richie off his striking line. 50 seconds remaining, round number 1. Naked right hand not there for Richie. Double jab. More active with the lead hand from the orthodox stance for Joshua Richie. On the duck under into the clinch. Tighter striking guard now for Richie. Slightly coming forward. Abrasion under Lewis's right eye. Lewis circling out. 50 seconds remaining. Round number 1. We're in the flyweight division. To the clinch. Both fighters now to the body. Hard to the body with the right hand on the turn. Here's the break from referee Sid Ware.
Knuckle up.
35 seconds remaining, round 1. Very even round to this point. Going to explode in with the lead left uppercut, Austin Lewis. He's definitely showing some creativity with this striking here in round 1.
For these guys, both guys seem very long to this weight class. A lot of reach, and they're utilizing it very well.
For 125, these are tall fighters. 5'6" for Lewis, 5'7" for Richie.
I feel like it's just not even the height, but the wingspan. These guys have good reach.
Right hand just off the mark from Lewis. That ends round number 1.
Small cut over the right eye there of Lewis.
Sit down.
Deep breath.
Sit down, sit down, sit down.
Doesn't look like it's causing him much problems at this point, but let's see if
you look good,
Richie
man.
starts to
You look good.
target
but
that.
listen, I need good hand placement.
Keep it moving. And like I said, when it comes in, make it pay. Remember, that right hand is always there. When he's got you in tight like that, you gotta go to the body, go to the body hard. When you create space, come right up the middle with it. It's gonna be there. You have fun?
Yeah.
Have fun, baby. Have fun, baby.
The New Mexico Athletic Commission is using real-time scoring this evening, which means that the fighters in their corners and all of us will be informed of the 3 judges' official scores after every round.
And you can see there Lewis on all 3 judges. One that I think it was that big right hand that he landed that probably did the most damage, and that's probably why he won that round.
Chris, you and I are the 2 biggest advocates of real-time open scoring in the world. We're happy New Mexico is using it. Round number 2.
Sean, it makes such a difference. As a fighter, you want to know the score. You need to know the score. If you think you're winning and you're not, you better know it and go out there and change it.
Switch of stances. Lewis momentarily in southpaw, back to orthodox, circling out from orthodox now. Austin Lewis back to the center circle. He's looking for the 1-2 explosion on the combo to the head from Lewis.
I like the combinations being thrown right there.
Richie resetting, avoided that right hook of Austin Lewis on the turn. 125 remaining, round 2.
Richie was adamant he wanted to work the body. His corner just reminded him of that in between rounds, and I still haven't seen much body work at this time.
Little jab from Lewis. Both fighters continue to throw the jab. There's the 2 from Lewis. Good head movement now from Joshua Richie. Richie to the inside. This has largely been an outside fight. Now to the clinch. To the body with the right hand goes Austin Lewis. To the body with the right hand goes Joshua Richie. active clinch. Good refereeing from Sid Ware. We'll see his patience on the active clinch. Overhook now from Richie. Driving pressure against the ring ropes from Lewis. There's the break from Ware. Good bit of refereeing. Fighters were throwing in that active clinch.
Richie's having a tough time to get into his pocket area where he wants to be. Lewis doing a good job of landing from the outside and tying up on the inside.
Fighters looking for the jab. Richie feinting the rear right hand.
Beautiful body shot right there by Lewis.
Late here in round number 2. Now 15 seconds remaining in the second round. Lewis again was looking for that lead left uppercut. That's a clever punch. Double jab walking forward comes Joshua Richie. Lewis circling out, resetting. Getting through from Lewis. Next stop, round 3.
Another good round I felt for Lewis right there. I think he's doing an excellent job of controlling when and where the fight happens. He's deciding, Richie comes forward, he backs away, then he throws the punches when he wants. It's up to Richie to counter at this point, but he's got to start pushing the pace a little bit more, cutting off the ring, exploding in and landing combinations. Even with the body, like he talked about, he's really not throwing anything in the body, but a lot of that has been because the way Lewis is ducking the head, moving, rolling out.
Stick that double jab and fucking hit the right hand, okay? He can't hit you. All right, but he was a little bit busier than us in that round, so we got to pick up the volume a little bit this round, okay?
Just keep drawing him out, man.
Yep.
Just draw him out, find the counters as well.
Exactly.
He's hitting air, left and right.
Yep.
Left and right.
Throw that cross, dip out. Throw that cross, dip out, okay? And then dig to the fucking body, all right? Dig to the fucking body, all right?
Hold the line.
Seconds out called. The fighters up to scratch.
Knuckle up!
Knuckle up from referee Sid Ware, round number 3. Even trying to be busy with his jab, now coming forward off the one is Joshua Richie.
Lewis doing a great job of that lateral movement. After he ducks out of the way, he moves left or right. Right now that was to the right, but just got out of the way and reset.
Good flowing movement from Austin Lewis in this round to start round 3 and throughout this fight. Now it's in the clinch. The fighters throwing to the body. Turn from Richie. Strong turn right back from Lewis.
Knuckle up!
Slight abrasion now under Lewis's left eye. Richie has thrown a lot of jabs, Chris, but he hasn't landed with a lot of jabs.
And that's a problem. He's throwing it out there. You saw what Lewis did. He countered with a body punch, and that's because that jab was out there and that hand was up. You got to throw that jab, but you have to make it meaningful. You don't just throw it out there to throw it.
Good lateral movement from Austin Lewis. He told us as such, constant lateral movement, do not move backwards. That's largely what he's doing to this point.
And he talked about defense. He had a really good, a better premium on defense, and he's done that. He's been hard to hit.
50 seconds remaining, round 3. Ducked under off of the Richie right hand. And into the clinch.
Stop!
Having pressure down from Joshua Richie. There's the separation from Ware. Little movement again from Lewis. Richie trying to mirror the hips, trying to come forward off that lead left hook into the clinch. On the duck under. Overhook now snatched by Joshua Richie. Right to the body in the separation from Sid Ware. 25 seconds remaining, round 3.
Guaranteed way to get a break by the referee. You grab that head, you know exactly what that's going to do.
Lateral movement again. Standing fluid movement from this point in the fight from Austin Lewis. He has proved a very elusive target. Through the 10-second class, acknowledged as such by referee Sid Ware.
You can see a little frustration right now in Richie. He just threw that right hand right over the head of Lewis.
We are through 3 rounds.
Throwing hooks like that, it's difficult sometimes. You got a guy with great movement right now and great headroom as Lewis is showing. You have to turn those under the uppercuts or body shots. You can always move or duck out of the way, but your body's not going to move.
That long uppercut's there, man. He's coming way down. Hit him with that long uppercut. I need you to set up that right hand too. That right hand is there all night long. You can set it up. Your jab is setting it up on him. Now it's time to get in there and close with it. All right. Whether you want straight or over, it's up to you. But come in there with it because he's not going to be expecting it. You body it up.
You hurt him. You're down 2 rounds. You might have took that.
Did I win that last one?
Yes, you did get that one. I just saw it. Yeah, you got that one.
Okay. Hey, you got fucking 2 more rounds.
All right, I gotta put in the work. Let's go.
Yeah, this is fun time right here. You having fun, Josh?
Let's go.
You having fun, Josh? Yeah.
Lewis won 2 of those judges. 29 to 28.
Yep.
Let's go, fellas.
Stay tight, though. Stay clean.
On one of the judges. 3 rounds to none on 2 of the judges.
Knuckle up!
So no guessing, Chris, in the Joshua Richie corner. They know that they have to turn up the pressure. Down 3-0, 3-0, 2-1, the official New Mexico judges' scorecards. Round number 4 underway. Right hand just off the mark from Austin Lewis. Left hand, that landed.
I said it's that reach, it's that length. That head movement of Lewis is winning him this fight so far.
Just saw 4 jabs and a right to the body from Richie. Richie continually active with the jab again. He's throwing it. Lewis is just so elusive, avoiding that jab. There's the step-in right hand from Lewis in return. 120 remaining, round 4. We are in the flyweight division. Right hand again off the mark. Turn Joshua Richie, who now resets. Richie staying active with that lead hand from the orthodox stance. Just like that on cue, snap jab from Lewis. Goes to the body. 5 seconds remaining, round 4. Duck under. Well timed from Lewis, and again, we talked about him being so elusive in this fight, Chris.
Good job with that head movement stand. Look at this, came back with the left hand right on the mark.
Stiff jab. Right hand on the step in, well timed from Lewis. Richie acknowledges such. I believe he said, "You got me there."
Richie keeps throwing that jab, and he's got to start throwing some uppercuts, some body shots in there.
And not getting through that time from Austin Lewis. Now 20 seconds remaining, round 4. In terms of punches thrown, this is all Joshua Richie. In terms of effective punches landed, right now this is all Austin Lewis.
Because look at how many jabs Richie's throwing. They're not even close to landing.
See the abrasion under the right eye of Lewis as he comes into the clinch. Half-time plumb snatched by Richie just before the bell. We send it to the 5th final round.
Well, we already knew from before that last round, Richie's going to have to do something big to change this fight. He didn't do it in that round, so this is all of this last
so
round.
much time off the work, all right? You got to get in there. You got to get in there with pressure. I need you to get that right hand busy now. I haven't seen any of that right hand at all. Any of it.
Little punch right there was landed by Joshua right there, but saw some good head movement.
No. Gotta finish it.
2 of the judges giving this to Lewis, 1 giving it to Richie. That's still going to make this an insurmountable lead right now, as you can see.
Strong.
2 points right there. Richie's going to have to get a knockdown if he wants to
Stay on it. You catch him with that jab.
Multiple knockdowns or a knockout,
You know how to
Chris.
use your combos. Stop backing straight up. Use your angles.
Could tie it up if there is a knockdown.
Knuckle up!
Oh, knuckle up from Sid Ware. 5th and final round, Austin Lewis versus Joshua Richie. BKFC 59 opener from Albuquerque, New Mexico. The elusiveness continues from Austin Lewis on the duck under. Under again off of the Richie right hand.
Lewis doing a great job. Like I said, he's being elusive and evasive. And if they get too close where he doesn't want to be, he ties up.
Knuckle up!
We'll see if Richie senses the urgency.
Well, there is no guessing. He knows he's down. He knows he has to get at least 1 knockdown to tie it.
He's down right now. 3 rounds to 1, 3 rounds to 1, 4 rounds to 0. To the clinch.
And I'm really liking the body work from Lewis. He gets down, he crosses down, he comes right back with a body punch. A hard one at that.
Saw the shoulder bump, still into the clinch. Now the separation.
Knuckle up!
Richie just looked to his corner, which features BKFC fighter Justin Martinez. Off the jab, in, back out for Joshua Richie.
I'd like to see Richie start throwing that uppercut, that double jab and that right uppercut, and see what that can do. Those right hands are going right over Lewis's head every time.
Lewis on the 1-1-2, not there. Richie now circling out. Then you see Richie active on the jab, but just not landing the jab. That really has been the theme of this fight. Over the head, driving pressure on the level change from Lewis. That gets the separation from Sid Ware.
Richie is smothering himself as he keeps pushing in with that jab. Not throwing the uppercut. That would create a little bit of space right there. He could land that uppercut. Body, chin, it doesn't matter. You got to throw hard punches.
Short lefts on the inside. See the abrasion under the left eye of Austin Lewis.
Break.
Left uppercut, right uppercut lands from Richie. Final seconds of this fight. The bell, 5 rounds up, 5 rounds down. Nice display of sportsmanship and respect between these two fighters.
Well, those guys put on a very good display right there. Lewis, I was highly impressed with his level increase, his level jump from the first fight to the second. He really talked about understanding defense, range, and he showed it right there. People say that a lot, Sean. Doesn't mean anything until you show it, and Lewis showed it in that fight.
Go back to what Austin Lewis told us in our fighter meeting. Constant lateral movement, use a tight guard, combos to create openings, fast ones.
Oh, he did lateral movement perfectly. He avoided the punches, he ducked ahead, went up the side, got back in the center. Beautiful fight.
Joshua Richie was very effective throwing his jab. It was moving Austin Lewis. He just could never follow through with the jab. The jab was there continually being thrown, targeted to the face of Austin Lewis, Chris. He just could not consistently land that jab and couldn't follow through with the right hand.
Well, like hopefully Jackson can go back and watch this fight and really break it down and say, when I'm throwing that jab, I'm getting this guy's head down, throw that uppercut, I throw it to the body where this guy cannot just continue to duck the head, make me miss, and get right back to what he wants to do.
Austin Lewis feeling very good about his performance. We send it to our ring announcer, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges at ringside scored this fight 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47 to the winner by unanimous decision, Austin the Animal Lewis.
And Sean, once again, I thought Austin Lewis showed a lot of improvement from the first fight to the second. Controlled the range, controlled the distance, fought when he wanted to fight, and won the fight that way.
Joshua Richie definitely had his moments, but Austin Lewis so effective, well-timed his clean power punches. In our opening bout of the evening, the winner by way of unanimous decision, Austin Lewis defeats Joshua Richie.
Who owns Combat Sports now? The king of violence!
Down goes Michael Page in round 1. Jason Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed. Right-handed, down goes Julie Diaz. 3-punch combination in sequence there from Alex.
I'm the king of this shit, man. When it comes to trading punches, stay in the pocket, nobody can fuck with me.
Heavyweights for you now. Our tale of the tape is presented by OnlyFans for Manuel Otero versus Mike Fernier.
Sean, the thing you see here is a 3.5-inch reach advantage for Fernier. Also a little bit heavier, 16 pounds. If he gets in there, can lean on his opponent. That might be important. However, I think it's the reach advantage. He's going to want to keep his opponent at bay the entire fight.
This is bout number 2 in BKFC for Mikey Fernier. He's also had 2 in pro MMA, 2 in pro boxing. Mikey Fernier told us in our fighter meeting, I want to stay on the outside, long, clean, straight punches from range, and use a high elbow guard.
Exactly, wants to block with those forearms. He feels like his improved cardio is going to help him this time. Feels like he's going to defend a lot better, a lot more blocks this time, and can't just go in there and trade punches. He understands that now.
Mikey Fernier said, I believe my opponent in this heavyweight fight, Manuel Otero, is going to throw big punches to get to the inside. and then try to make this an inside fight. Fernier said, I have to negate that with constant lateral movement and time check hooks as Otero explodes forward.
But he also wants to push his opponent backwards. Feels like if he gets him up against the ropes, he'll have no way to move, no lateral movement out there, and he could do a lot of damage. Admits that he is more of a headhunter. That's what he's going to go with. He's trying to land headshots. He's not even really worried about the body.
Big ovation for Manuel Otero fighting here in his home state, New Mexico. This is Otero's BKFC debut. He's had 23 pro MMA bouts, 9 matches in pro boxing. Otero told us, I like to fight technically until things turn into a brawl, and then I will most definitely embrace the brawl.
And I love that quote, Sean. He said he wants to utilize a lot of feints, utilize his speed to get inside. And once he's inside, that's where he's going to do all of his damage with his power punches.
Otero told us fluidity and movement, smart counters. Otero said, I might be 239.2 pounds weighing in my mind. I weigh 170 pounds, and I believe I move like a 170-pounder.
Feels like his opponent's going to come with these looping shots, and it's his job to avoid those shots and come back with power shots, and that's what is going to knock his opponent out. A counter, hard punch after a looping right hand.
Otero said feints and speed to get to the inside. He said, no doubt in my mind, I have a cardio edge and punching power advantage over my opponent, Mikey Fernier.
Definitely believe it in this altitude. He's here all the time. He trains here. Feels like that's going to be a huge advantage for him.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and gold. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 255.2 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle for the second time. Fighting out of Wheelersburg, Ohio, here is Mikey, the American Gangster, and across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight wearing the patriotic red, white, and blue. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, 239.2 pounds. He holds a combined combat sports record of 32 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Peralta, New Mexico, here is Mayor Manuel Otero. And our referee in charge of the action, Nick Behrens.
Mikey Fernier said, I want to be the aggressor, and I want to be the aggressor from long range.
Knuckle up.
Round number 1. Red, white, and blue trunks for Manuel Otero. Black and gold trunks for Mikey Fernier. Moving forward from long range aggressively is Mikey Fernier.
Fernier's got to be careful. He's got that chin sticking straight up.
Big right hand on the overhand from Otero.
That's what Otero wants to do, is land that overhand right.
Is the right hand well blocked from Manuel Otero. Otero, high striking guard, blocking those punches. Fernier on the open chest. The feint stepping with the right hand. Big swings from Otero. That backs off Fernier, who now resets coming forward.
Fernier's looking very relaxed, though, right now. Because he's been in here once before. It feels like he has the advantage with experience.
On the jab. See that high, tight striking guard employed by Otero. Now on the counter, left hand getting through. Left to the body, right hook to the body from Manuel Otero. Lead left uppercut, another left uppercut from Fernier now into the clinch.
Stop, gentlemen.
Hard
Break
overhook from Otero.
Break it up.
There's the separation from Nick Behrens.
Knuckle up.
50 seconds remaining, round number 1 of this heavyweight bout. 2 up to mark, left hand. 3 left hands in a sequence there. The first one got through from Otero. Good right hand from Fernier. Left hand from Otero. To the body on the level change.
I think the they're confused. I don't think anybody's from another country here. And maybe they don't know Ohio's from America. I don't know.
Otero is from New Mexico. Mikey Fernier is from Ohio. Perhaps more in reference to the butterbean Esch-like American flag trunks of Manuel Otero. Otero on the overhand right. Final seconds, round number 1. Right hand, left hand, driving pressure. There's the hard separation from Nick Behrens. That is the end of round number 1.
And Otero did a great job of landing some overhand rights in that round. That was his best punch. Landed it often, but man, Fernier didn't seem to bother him at all.
Here, let's go eat some water.
Nice. Deep breath.
Want me out? I'll get out. Sorry. I didn't know. I apologize.
No, we don't get tired here, mano. Let's go. Keep it up, bro. Set up that right hook, bro.
You can tell right there they were talking about we don't get tired. You know, Otero's corner.
Gotta watch those jabs,
he threw
too.
a lot of hard punches right there, Sean. A lot of times we talk about you only have so many fastballs. You can only throw so many hard shots. He's got to be careful out there. He doesn't burn himself out. You do not want to get tired against
Go.
Set for round number 2. Mikey Fernier actually handed the stool to his corner. I don't know that I have ever seen that anywhere before. A fighter handing his own stool to his chief second.
Fernier looks extremely relaxed.
So relax. He said, I'll move the stool myself.
You need help? Yeah.
Round number 2 underway. Overhand right, you see the big swings of Otero, and that's good elusiveness from Mikey Fernier. Fernier looking to explode to the inside. Rights to the body from Otero. And the right to the head. Otero stepping forward. Underhook snatched out by Fernier. Hard turn on the overhook to counter right back from Otero.
Another good hard shot from Otero. Everybody giving him that round right there, the first round. Probably do a big punches.
Left hand and down goes Mikey Fernier. He was falling, he was pushed, but Nick Behrens rules out a knockdown.
Fernier looks very hurt right now.
The count of 10 is reached. Victory in his BKFC debut from Manuel Otero.
Fernier kept taking those hard shots. It was just a matter of time until he got one through that did the damage. That's what happened right there. It was a push afterwards, but Fernier was going down anyway. And watch here, Sean. You can see these big punches. Beautiful left hook right on the button. Fernier's already hurt. He got shoved down, but if he wasn't hurt, he would have got up quickly. Watch his beautiful, you can just see it right there. The way his head snapped back, he was falling.
There's definitely a push with the left forearm. There's also a punch with the right hand, but referee Nick Behrens determining that Fernier was on his way down. That's why he ruled it a knockdown and not a slip due to the push.
That would have been a slip, Sean. He would have hopped up quickly. He's still not all the way up. He's up now, but he was hurt from that punch. It was a beautiful left hand, landed flush, landed clean, did the damage.
And then Nick Behrens reached the count of 10 as Mikey Fernier stayed on the canvas, validates Behrens' decision to rule it a knockdown and not a push via slip. Impressive for Manuel Otero, a big personality and a big win in his BKFC debut.
Power shots, hard punches, closing that distance, waited for the right time and exploded with that power. He talked to us in our interview, Sean. He has complete belief in that power. We see why now.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Nick Behrens, reaches the count of 10 at 42 seconds into round number 2. For your winner by KO, Mayor Mono, Manuel Otero.
Great debut for Otero. Came in throwing bombs, landing those overhand rights, and that left hook that ended the night.
Mikey Fernier was definitely game. He certainly has power, but the power shining through of Manuel Otero. Those are Eric Butterbean Esch-like trunks, and that's an Eric Butterbean Esch-like knockout. Hard shots to the finish. The winner by way of second round knockout, Manuel Otero defeats Mikey Fernier.
Who owns Combat Sports now? The king of violence!
Down goes Michael Page in round one. Jason Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed. Right-handed, down goes Julie Diaz. Three-punch combination in sequence there from Alex.
I'm the king of this shit, man. When it comes to trading punches, stay in the pocket, nobody can fuck with me.
Live from the Tingley Coliseum, BKFC 59 brought to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink, OnlyFans, Grunt Style Apparel, and Forged Irish Stout. And now let's take a look at our exclusive OnlyFans look here for our main event, the arrival of the Magician John Dodson, our current Flyweight champion, looking to go 4-0 here in the BKFC, flanked by his team. And here is the challenger, Dagoberto Aguero, looking to make history, looking to shock the BKFC world by getting the win over John Dodson. We'll see that tonight in our main event here at BKFC 59. Now let's go to the tail of the tape, brought to you by Forged Irish Stout.
165-pounders, Felipe Chavez versus Leandro Torres.
And Sean, what a fight. I can't believe this is on the preview. You can see here, Chavez does have a 2-inch height advantage, but it is that 5-inch reach advantage that could make the difference. He wants to stay long, stay outside. Torres has to get inside to do the damage by landing those hard shots.
Leandro Torres made his BKFC debut August of last year. He defeated Harry Cruz by third-round TKO.
And just an incredible fight right here. Fight of the night for sure. These two went to war, came at it, just beat each other for 3 rounds until that was it. Just these cuts stopped the fight. But man, you can just see the way Torres comes in. Feels like he has complete belief in his strength, his cardio, his power, wants to come in. Doesn't mind trading. He will get in your face and throw punches from the beginning of the fight till the end. You can see, like I talked about, he won through that cover. You can see he took some damage himself. He does not mind getting in there and mixing up the entire fight.
The Argentine, Leandro Torres, 1-0 in BKFC, 5-1 in his pro MMA career. He holds the rank of black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he is extremely proud to represent his home nation, Argentina, in the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Something he spoke about a lot in our fighter meeting, Chris. He said, my goal ultimately is to be so popular in BKFC that I can bring the promotion to Argentina.
Sean, that's my goal too. I'd love to go down there and put on a fight for those guys. Anyway, he wants to get off first and pressure his opponent. Knows he can fight from the pocket, mid-range, long. He feels like he's better everywhere.
Torres also told us, I'm going to hook off of my opponent, Felipe Chavez's jabs. I'm going to throw big uppercuts, and I have confidence that I can open up with full punching power, and my hands will be fine.
Hard punches the entire fight. Knows he's coming out here to do one thing, put on a show. He wants to be a fan favorite because, like you said, he wants to bring this to his home.
Felipe Chavez made his BKFC debut this past January. He defeated Michael Mano by third-round TKO.
Mano, an extremely tough fighter. Chavez did a great job staying outside, landing hard shots. Just look right here. You can throw those overhands. Everything he threw was with bad intentions. He landed a lot of tough shots. cut his opponent open badly, but just continued to fight the entire time. Has great belief in his cardio, thinks he can go hard for 5 rounds. He's ready to come out here and put on a show tonight, Sean.
Felipe Chavez. 1-0 in BKFC. He's had 10 pro MMA bouts. Chavez told us in our fighter meeting, entering my second bout in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, I feel now that this sport is more about punching speed than about punching power.
Accuracy, speed. Feels like he wants to start off going to the body a lot in the early rounds to slow his opponent down and they can really pick it up in the last few rounds.
Felipe Chavez said, I really respect my opponent, Leandro Torres' toughness. I have to be very aware of his quick, hard uppercuts. I have to create space. If Torres comes to the inside, I have to continually stick and move.
Definitely wants to outwork his opponent. I talked about his cardio. Feels like he has a huge advantage right there. A lot of straight punches, a lot of jabs, a lot of overhands. That's his key, getting in and land the harder shots from distance.
Chavez also talked to us about the shovel punch. He said, I'm going to push a hard pace. I'm going to throw straight, clean punches, and I'm going to throw vastly more to Torres' body than I am to his head.
He also feels like he has the advantage in the grappling department. If they get inside, if they clinch, he can use that tie plum. He can do a lot of damage from that clinch, and doesn't necessarily want to be in that position, but when they get close, he's going to utilize it.
Back we go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Presented to you by Forged Irish Stout. Not here to take part, here to take over. Introducing to you first. Fighting on the red corner, tonight he wears black, gold, and silver. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 165.4 pounds. He is undefeated in the squared circle at 1-0. Fighting out of Mar del Plata, Argentina. There is Leandro "The End" Torres. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and white. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight, an identical 165.4 pounds. He is also undefeated at 1-0. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here is Felipe "Flip" Chavez. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
UFC, BKFC veteran, one of our favorite people in fighting, Diego Sanchez. He's the first cousin, Felipe Chavez. He's in the corner, round number 1. Black and white trunks for Felipe Chavez. That's here to slip immediately by Andrew Glenn. Knowing his rule, the knockdown, and here comes the count to the Argentine, Leandro Torres.
Sean, that was no slip. That was a punch right to the face. Torres was not ready for it.
Torres in the black, gold, and white trunks. Takes the mandatory 8 from Glenn right back to it, and a great start to this fight for Felipe Chavez.
Got to be a confidence booster right from the beginning. You knocked the guy out with the first punch, knocked him down.
Jab not there for Chavez. Chavez very wide open striking guard, now the heavy feint. Overhand right off the mark. Big swings from Felipe Chavez.
He's saying Torres right now is a little bit shell-shocked. He's trying to figure out exactly how to get in without getting hurt.
Torres on the lateral move, and knockdown number 2, clean off the jab. Torres takes his little race. It's over. The count is over. Andrew Glenn breaks off his count. Felipe Chavez 2-0, just like that in BKFC.
That was impressive, Sean. Wow, Torres looked like an absolute animal in his first fight. Took a lot of punches, didn't seem to bother him at all. 2 punches is all it took in this fight. Wow.
You see Diego Sanchez celebrating with his first cousin, Felipe Chavez. That was it. Diego Sanchez like UFC vintage performance in victory.
And you can see right here, Sean, Torres comes forward, just a beautiful counter. That was the first knockdown. That one didn't do all the damage. Very similar to the second time coming in. Another just straight jab. When you can jab and hurt people, that is a powerful punch you have right there.
Chris, I asked rhetorically, when is it a good sign when a knockdown fighter takes out their mouthpiece? Of course, the answer is never.
So true right there, Sean. As soon as he did that, the referee can stop counting because he doesn't want to be in there anymore.
2 knockdowns, both off of the jab of Felipe Chavez. Felipe Chavez now 2-0 with authority in BKFC.
Yes.
Torres was supremely confident coming into this fight, Sean, but he felt something he didn't like with each one of those jabs. He got knocked down. He was just stunned. You could tell by the look on his face he was not expecting that, didn't see that in any way happening, but that was exactly what happened. You got hit with a couple of jabs, knocked down. Man, it's a rough sport.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in and calls a stop to this fight at 58 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Felipe "Flip" Chavez.
Talk about sometimes the improvement from fight 1 to fight 2. Man, Chavez looked like a different fighter than even in that first fight. That was an impressive performance right there.
Leandro Torres is a really talented fighter in both bare knuckle and pro MMA. And Felipe Chavez was dominant. One-way traffic, 2 knockdowns, both on the jab to the finish. Victorious by way of first-round TKO, Felipe Chavez defeats Leandro Torres. When our main card begins at the top of the hour, you will see this, our co-main event of the evening, Donald Sanchez versus that man, Dallas Davidson.